the Rockets with Russell Westbrook and the Bucks and Greek Freak. This was a very interesting game. But sometimes, Jalen, when you do this for a living, you have to admit when you're wrong. And early on in the game, I saw the way that the Bucks were doing that gimmicky defense thing where they're covering Harden all the way on the left side. And here's what I tweeted. Dear Bucks, that gimmicky defense on Harden never works. Well, guess what happened in the game?
No!
James Harden went 2 for 13 from the field, and the gimmicky defense kind of owned him. Jalen, are you still going to do the show with me?
Well, first off, you're the guy that scored 0 this week in a rec league game.
Hey, man.
So you shouldn't be talking about defense is not working because you know that somebody could get shut down. You're living proof of it. Also, the Bucks have done this constantly when they play against James Harden. And here's what helps it be effective. You're basically playing against the analytics. You remember so many times when I talk about rhythm and taking the best shot available and the lost art of the mid-range. Nobody embodies that more than the Houston Rockets. So what do? You get on James Harden's left shoulder. You force him to use his right hand. But a lot of people do that to us lefties. That's not the issue. The issue is I'm going to take away the 3 and force you to the basket where the Greek Freak, where both Lopez's can now contest you at the rim. And what that also does, it takes away a high percentage pass to the left corner where P.J. Tucker made more shots in that spot than anybody in the league last year. So that's not a gimmick. It's game plan executed A+.
The Rockets had the lead throughout the first half and into the third quarter, but the Bucks came back led by a triple-double from the former MVP. What did you see from the Greek Freak?
Doing it all facets. And by the way, you see that mid-range jump shot right there?
Yep.
Over P.J. Tucker, who does a terrific job at basically 6'4" of guarding players at any size. But you notice a couple of things that the Greek Freak improved at. 1, his passing. 2, his handle is better. And 3, now when he dunks, he does it angrily. It's one thing to get the bucket because you're the biggest, tallest dude out there. It's another thing to do it with ferocity. And that's what I saw from him. A beast out there. He taking it personal on every possession. That's what I appreciate.
Snarling, lifting up the knees while he hangs on the rim. Like, I liked it a lot, what I saw from the Greek Freak. Triple-double.
I love that so much.
Triple-double. Jalen, I have some bad news. I thought the Pistons were going to go 82-0. I really thought the Pistons were going to go 82-0. And they had their home opener last night hosting the Hawks, but they forgot about Trae Young. Ice Trae the game. 38 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. He was shooting from everywhere. You can't even see where he's shooting from on the screen. Like, he's shooting from so deep that I was shocked that he pulled up from where he pulled up sometimes. What do you see from Trae Young?
I remember when I first started this job, and you always try to have different catchphrases and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I was a guy that, regardless where teams were playing, I would say a suburb when they shot it from deep. So Detroit plays in downtown. He shot those from Auburn Hills, where the team used to play. And for a lot of people who criticized him coming into the league, I remember he was on Get Up, and I did a breakdown with him. And I tried to school the world on something. When you have range the way he does, when you can handle the way he does, and an underrated passer to make people better, like Collins, who he basically unlocked his game, now all of a sudden it opens up the floor. What people don't realize, the Hawks basically practice with Trae Young 4-point shots. And why do they do that? A, because he can make them, but also B, it now opens the floor. So when you turn the corner on the pick and roll, you can still pull up at the 3 line. It gives you more room when you're driving to do your kicks. But again, the game was all about him. He was fantastic. Little bro, Sean Don, Big Sean was at the game. It was the home opener. They didn't get it done. You know what needs to happen, right? Saturday against Philly, I need to be there.
It's gotta happen.
That's what needs to happen.
It's gotta happen.
I'll be there.
They Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.